African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command in combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation as of June 3, 2025. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue to conduct a special military operation. As a result of active operations, units of the North Military Group liberated the settlement of Andriivka in Sumy Oblast. They defeated concentrations of manpower and equipment of 2 mechanized infantry, airborne assault brigades of the Ukrainian armed forces, and a territorial defense brigade in the areas of the settlements of Novaya Sich, Unikovka, Korchakovka, Iskraskovshina, and Sadki in Sumy Oblast that the Ukrainian armed forces lost over 230 servicemen, 8 combat armored vehicles, 6 cars, and 4 field artillery guns. 2 ammunition depots were destroyed. Units of the West group of troops took up more advantageous lines and positions. They defeated formations of 2 mechanized brigades of the Ukrainian armed forces and 2 territorial defense brigades in the areas of the settlements of Kupyansk, Petrovka in the Kharkov region, Vovchyar, Yampol, and Torskoy in the Donetsk People's Republic. The Ukrainian armed forces lost more than 220 servicemen, 3 combat armored vehicles, 16 cars, and 4 artillery pieces. 2 ammunition depots were destroyed. Units of the southern group of troops improved their position along the front line. They defeated the manpower and equipment of 2 mechanized, assault, airmobile brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and the Territorial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Seversk, Serebryanka, Nikiforovka, Pozino, and Konstantinovka of the Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy lost over 250 servicemen, 8 armored combat vehicles, 7 cars, 4 field artillery pieces, and 4 ammunition depots. Units of the center group of forces continued to advance into the depths of the enemy's defense. They defeated the formations of 3 mechanized, assault, airborne assault brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, a territorial defense brigade and a National Guard brigade in the areas of the settlements of Novonikolivka, Novoekonomichesko, Yablanovka, Novodoretsk, Alexievka, Petrovskoy, and Poltavka of the Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy's losses amounted to 535 servicemen, 3 armored combat vehicles, 4 cars, and 6 artillery pieces. Units of the East group of forces improved their tactical position. They defeated the manpower and equipment of the mechanized, mountain assault brigades of the Ukrainian armed forces and 2 territorial defense brigades in the areas of the settlements of Tolstoy, Podobnoy of the Donetsk People's Republic, Malinovka, and Poltavka of the Zaporizhia region. The Ukrainian armed forces lost more than 175 servicemen, 2 armored combat vehicles, 4 cars, 3 field artillery guns, and 3 electronic warfare stations. Units of the Dnieper group of forces defeated formations of the Mechanized Brigade and the Coastal Defense Brigade of the Ukrainian armed forces in the areas of the settlements of Chervona Kranitsa, Kamensko, Stepovo in the Zaporizhia region, and Nikolsko in the Kherson region. The enemy lost over 75 servicemen, 13 vehicles, 5 electronic warfare and reconnaissance stations, and an ammunition depot. Operational tactical aviation, strike unmanned aerial vehicles, missile forces, and artillery of the Russian armed forces groups have damaged an enterprise of the radio-electronic industry. Workshops for the production of strike unmanned aerial vehicles, their launch and storage sites, ammunition and military equipment depots, as well as temporary deployment points of Ukrainian armed forces units and foreign mercenaries in 142 districts. Air defense systems shot down 4 JDAM guided aerial bombs and 2 U.S.-made HIMARS multiple launch rockets, as well as 199 aircraft-type unmanned aerial vehicles. In total, since the beginning of the special military operation, the following have been destroyed: 663 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 61,207 unmanned aerial vehicles, 609 anti-aircraft missile systems, 23,729 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,565 combat vehicles of multiple launch rocket systems, 25,636 field artillery pieces and mortars, 36,400 units of special military vehicles. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.